Hi everyone, I'm Tam, and we are back with another Why I Think It Is. Perspective is king. When I say perspective, I mean like the ability to kind of like look at a situation, has a third party. So, say for example, you have a fight with your girlfriend, or I guess you have a fight with your husband, and you're able to like step back for a little bit and look at this situation from a third party. For example, your best friend looks at this, or I guess your father, looking at this situation. So putting yourself into a third party perspective. So not your side, not their side, but like a kind of neutral, unbiased side perspective, and be able to adjust the distance as well. Because when you're very close to something, like if I put my hand very close to this camera, you get lost in all the details, all the little kind of details, the lines, etc. Sorry, it was like super dark. I'm trying to go for kind of like I guess more mysterious, kind of like serious vibe right now. Anyway, so if I put my hand super close to the camera, you see all the details, the lines, etc. And you may get lost in the details, and you may have forgotten that this is a hand. You may start to see different things. Like for example, This look like a lot like the palm looks like a lot the veins in the leaf. So once you're very close to something, up close, you lose yourself into it. Into the moment. As Eminem said, lose yourself in the moment. And then you get caught up to a detail, and then next thing you know, your mind's like all the way to outer space. Something you kind of take it to the extreme, whatever. And that's why some people may blow up. Sorry, I just had some food. That's why some people may like blow up and during work. Like you're trying to rehearse for a performance, and the next thing you know, like a bulldozer like is outside. It's like and you're trying to focus on like perfecting the notes, the melody, and it's just like and then eventually you just snap like done. Like because you're so lost in that moment, trying to like focus on the sound. You're so close to it, that you're very kind of sensitive to even the slightest shift in frequency, and then you kind of just snap because it's just too much to absorb all at once. So perspective, being able to like pull yourself back out. So like look at this hand from far away to refresh your mind that this is still just a hand. So it seems saying you pull yourself out the moment far away so you don't snap or do something you regret. And this perspective and perspective develops, as the more you use it, it's similar to what kind of happens when you meditate, do mindfulness meditation. You start to be aware of your thoughts, and then you start to establish more distance from them. So you don't react as strongly to certain things and feelings because you are able to see them so far away that you kind of recognize them for what they are, just your reactions to things. We're not it's right or wrong or whatever however you want to kind of label it and look at it, and review it and analyze it, etc. is on you. But that's the same kind of a thing here. You can kind of do this more actively, being able to do that to help you establish distance to remain neutral in any kind of situation. Like it doesn't matter if it's like I guess between your spouse or husband, like wife and husband, or even like I guess scientific things like physics, whatever. Being neutral always is the winner because right and wrong can just change on you. For example, Newton was apparently right with how he saw gravity to be a force. And then Einstein came out, and then he's like, oh, well, it's actually like a property of space time, you know. So he kind of expanded the understanding. So I guess he was more right, and Newton was, I guess, wronger, you know. So being right or wrong doesn't really help you see things for what they truly really are. Like the lens that you can see things is based on what you can ascertain at the moment. You know, sometimes you're just so like so I guess furious or whatever. Your lens become clouded and you can't really see, and you may get lost within your own kind of self. So perspective is king. You know, for those like I guess younger generation who's like, oh, my life is over because I couldn't pass like a SAT test or something. I didn't score like well on SAT. My GPA in high school is like a 2 point something. My life is over. I'll just be like a peasant for the rest of my life and so on. Like there's plenty of people who are successful in doing whatever kind of matters to them who haven't really, took the route of college. That's actually a kind of like a pit trap in my opinion because you're really buying into a 4 year kind of like lie because most jobs don't actually most jobs like for can be done a different way. For example, a programming job, you can get a programming position in about 6 to 12 months, taking like a boot camp or something, where you actually build stuff that's actually useful, and that companies can like immediately put you onto the project with. Most graduates out of college for like software engineering without any like internship or such under their belt it's going to cost a company at least like 6 months of like time and energy resources invested to train you to be able to be ready to do a project. So if you can demonstrate that you can already work on a team successfully, have done something meaningful by taking like a boot camp for 6 months, which is way less in terms of money, time, etc. You are like way ahead of the curve because you're actually doing something that the company is actually like value very strongly at the end of the day. Yes, a college degree matters too, but if I need someone to work on this project right now, I rather choose this guy than a recent college graduate with nothing else under his belt. So perspective again allows you to see all of that because sometimes our beliefs has go to college, do this, do that may not actually be the right advice for you, and you can't really see that unless you can pull back from it and understand the situation, you know, the for what it is. Like you want something here, they want you to succeed. Okay, college is one option. Well, what else is able to make this work? So yeah, perspective is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the healthier, happier you really are. Um, um, you actually will start to understand where your values lie, as in what actually really matters to you. I mean, like, yeah, for example, you may be, I guess, taught that high salary means a good life. Not necessarily in all cases. Some cases, yes. Some cases, no. High salary generally also means like you have no freedom in terms of your time because your boss may call you up, or your manager may call you at like 9 p.m. and be like, "All right, dude, we have to deploy this new bug right now. The customers are complaining. I don't know, man. Like, my CEO is gonna go like come at me in like 2 hours, dude. Come on, So you have no kind of freedom there as well. So anyway, um, yeah, like without perspective, you're pretty much like a slave to your own kind of situation and circumstances.